Morning manna this morning. I'd like to share with you a pun and a poem. Two things I don't do often, but today we're going to do both of them. So, the pun, first of all. The pun. Which of the mighty rivers, which of the mighty rivers doesn't think much of itself? I'll give you a few seconds to ponder that. Which of the world's mighty rivers doesn't think much of itself? Answer: denial. That's a good one, isn't it? Denial. I think I heard that from my grandson, Caleb. He's at that wonderful age where a quippy pun is of great delight. Denial. So you can use that one yourself, and you don't even have to give credit to myself, maybe Caleb, but not myself on that one. But I want to talk about denial for a moment or two. We'll put the pun aside. Jesus said in the 9th chapter of Luke, verse 23, "If anyone desires to come after me, let him deny himself, take up his cross daily, and follow me." Jesus said, "If anyone desires to come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me." Denial. This is important. It's not just a quippy little pun. In fact, it's no pun at all. It's a great commandment of Jesus. It's a great revelation to us. But what is denial of self? You know, Peter, when we say the word denial, if we say that associated with Scripture, we are likely to think, I already tipped my hand, of the Apostle Peter and his denial of Jesus Christ. I don't know the man. The man, that's what denial means in that sense. I don't know him. He denied him. I don't have any familiarity. I'm not acquainted with him. Who's he? Who is he? But here I shift from a pun on a light note to a wonderful poem. A poem not written by me by no means. In fact, I don't have much of a familiarity with poetry. So, but I read this morning, and it helped me. Perhaps it will help you to understand, at least scratch the surface of denial. And I'm not sure I read it with the cadence that the author wrote this poem with. So I'm not sure about that, but it's the content. When you are forgotten or neglected or purposefully set at naught, and you don't sting or hurt with the insult or the oversight, but your heart is happy, being counted worthy to suffer for Christ, that is dying to self. When your good is evil spoken of, when your wishes are crossed, your advice disregarded, your opinions ridiculed, and you refuse to let anger rise in your heart or even to defend yourself, but take it all in patient, loving silence, that is dying to self. When you lovingly, patiently bear any disorder and irregularity, any impunctuality, or any annoyance, when you come face to face with waste, folly, extravagance, spiritual insensibility, and endure it as Jesus endured it, that is dying to self. When you are content with any food, any offering, any raiment, any climate, any society, any solitude, any interruption by the will of God, that is dying to self. When you never refer to yourself in conversation, or to record your own good works, or itch after commendation, when you can truly love to go unknown, that is dying to self. When you see your brother or sister have his or her needs met and can honestly rejoice in spirit and can feel no envy or question God, while your own needs are far greater and in more desperate circumstances, that is dying to self. And the last stanza here: when you can receive correction and reproof from one less stature than yourself and can humbly submit inwardly as well as outwardly, finding no rebellion or resentment rising up within your heart, that is dying to self. Denial. Jesus said, "If anyone desires to come after me, let him deny himself." Deny himself. You know, Jesus came that we might have life and life more abundantly. And a part of that, a significant part of that, is denying oneself, taking up the cross daily, and following him. So, the pun, not so helpful. The poem, hopefully helpful. The words of Jesus, absolutely helpful. God bless you this day. Lord be magnified.